Hi there, guys. Luis from Vintage Action. I hope you guys are all well. And today, guys, I'm bringing you Acts of Vengeance from 2017, starring Antonio Banderas, Karl Urban, Paz Vega, and obviously directed by the legendary Isaac Florentine. That's right, the Isaac Florentine that directed Undisputed 2, Undisputed 3, US Navy SEALs 2, Desert Kickboxer, Savat, and many, many, many others. It's a legendary actor. This is a Saban Millennium Films, like New Image, like production, released basically 9 years ago. And it's a movie that I have never seen before. I was aware of this movie. I'm a big fan of like Isaac Florentine, obviously. And I like some of the Banderas movies from the 90s. I think he was great in Desperados, and in Desperado, he was great in Assassins with Stallone. Actually, it's two of my favorite movies from the 90s, and I think Banderas was great in those two movies, even though he's not a great action star or martial artist. He was great in Assassins, for me, in Desperado, and then obviously he was in movies like 13 Warrior, right, and The Mask of Zorro, but Desperado and Assassins was too that I was really a big fan in the 90s. And I saw this online on eBay, and I bought this one for 170. So basically 170, less than £2 if you guys are in the US. So this cost me roughly almost $2. And because it's Isaac Florentine directing this one, Millennium Films, New Image movie. Okay, you have Banderas, you have Karl Urban, and when you have Isaac Florentine, that is a great director, he's a great martial artist. The movie, the action, the martial arts in his movies are always great. I'm a big fan of his, and most of his movies. He did The Shepherd with Van Damme and Scott Adkins as well. Big fan of him. And for some reason, it's one that I haven't seen before, and said, okay, let me buy this one. I have this one again for like 2 months or maybe 3 months. It's some of the movies I buy, but I don't have time straight away to watch all the movies. And I watched this one like Friday night, and I said, okay. And the reality, this is like a nice action movie. Of course, Banderas, you cannot say. I think Banderas, in my opinion, he did pretty well. Of course, he's not Adkins or he's not Van Damme, but the fight, it's a great fight choreography, nice action, well filmed. You have team men that work in Ninja and Undisputed 2 fight choreographing this one, and obviously Isaac Florentine is always like on top of the game, because him being a director and a great martial artist, he has always like his final saying, and it makes it always great when it comes to the action. And again, you have great actors, Banderas, Karl Urban. When it comes to this one, you have like Banderas is like a high profile, a lawyer who lives with his wife and his daughter, but unfortunately doesn't have much time for the family, being a super busy man. And he misses like his daughter like talent show, right? So he's supposed to attend, but he's super busy at work, and he misses the show. When he gets there, the wife and the daughter are not there anymore. So he drives home, and when he gets home, the wife and the daughter are not there, and he says, oh, something is wrong, because I got to the talent show, they were not there, they were supposed to be home. And all of a sudden you see a police car arriving, and basically telling Banderas that unfortunately the wife and the daughter passed away. They were killed, there was a mysterious crime, and they passed away. And of course, he felt guilty straight away because of all what happened. And after that, he keeps going to the police, asking them if they have any updates on the case, if they catch the guys that did this to his family. The police says, oh, it might have been the Russian mafia around the town, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is, there's nothing new. It's like weeks and weeks and weeks. He keeps going to the police, and there's nothing going on. and basically it's like he starts drinking heavy and go to these underground fights, even though he doesn't know how to fight. He's literally a high profile lawyer, and he keeps being like beat up every single night in these like underground fighters. He's not a fighter, he's drunk, he goes to these fights, he keeps like being punched, being kicked, and he's like black eyes, like all cut. But the thing is, because the police is not doing anything, is going to act on his own, like kind of like a vigilante detective type, and he decides to go and he start like having like shooting lessons, start of using guns. He starts training like MMA, karate, jiu-jitsu. And actually, when you see him like training karate, the instructor is like Isaac Florentine during a cameo. So after all this situation, Banderas starts like, okay, I'm going to do something on my own. The police is not investigating the way they should. So basically, I'm going to start like how to how to use like a gun, learning how to use a gun. I'm going to do martial art classes, karate, jiu-jitsu, and one of his like the karate teacher is like Isaac Florentine during a cameo. And then in this process, yes, his Mustang, and he's going to get like a dog to help him. Of course, on that one, I'll have to say they copy, in a way, I think they copy that from John Wick, because John Wick is from 2014. John Wick was like super like famous, and John Wick uses a Mustang. John Wick has like a dog. Obviously, it's not it's a different plot, but there are some elements that you can see they use in this movie. Karl Urban was great in this one. Basically, he plays one of the cops that kind of like helps like Banderas, right? So, and there is some twists in this one in the plot. Obviously, you might say to me, there's nothing new. Okay, Banderas is a high profile lawyer. They killed his wife, they kill his daughter, and now he's going to become the vigilante, the detective, because the police is not doing anything about it. He's going to start training and start training out how to use a gun, and he's going after the guys who kill his family. That's true, but I still think this one is fun. It's like entertaining. And again, guys, don't expect Banderas to be Scott Adkins or Van Damme. But again, the fight scenes are really, really well choreographed. Again, you have team men working on this one, and you have Isaac Florentine, because he's always like supervising everything. He's the director. And one thing is for sure, if like Isaac Florentine is directing a movie, the fight scenes, the action scenes are going to be great, and in reality they are. And again, it's a solid like action movie, more recent, obviously, from 2017. And again, one that it's on like most like streaming platforms. It's easy for you guys to check on this one. If you want to buy the DVD or the Blu-ray, it's super cheap here in the UK. You can get this one anything from £1 to £3. I know this one was released by Lionsgate in US, so it's super easy if you guys want to get it in US as well. It was released in Germany, France, Italy. Again, super easy to get. And again, a solid like action movie, a more like recent, but still it's Millennium Films and Saban like a films production. They have been doing a lot of action movies lately. Probably it's like two of the companies that do a lot of the action movies. Even Saban Pictures, they did a recent movie Hellfire with Dolph Lundgren, Harvey Keitel as well, and Stephen Lang. It was like produced by Saban Pictures. And again, Millennium Films, they continue releasing these action movies. They started as New Image, Millennium Films. They are like Millennium Media. And again, I think Banderas was great in this one. I know he learned karate and reality and jiu-jitsu for this movie, right? Because again, Banderas is like he was in some action movies in the 90s, but more using guns. You never really, in reality, you never seen like Banderas like throwing punches and and kicks. He's not your typical martial artist, but again, he's a great actor. And I think indeed in this one he did well for someone who didn't have any experience in martial arts. Obviously, he learned for the movie, and of course, it helps when you have Isaac like as a director, and you have Tim Man fight choreographing like the fight scenes. All the fight scenes again are really well filmed. There is a few some nice fight scenes throughout the movie. There is some shootouts, and again there is some twists when it comes to the plot. I'm not going to give anything away, obviously. Otherwise, probably you wouldn't even watch the movie because even though it's your typical revenge story, there are some twists, and Karl Urban was great in the movie as well, and Paz Vega as well in this one. So it's a solid, more recent action movie, Acts of Vengeance, and again, super easy to get the DVD or even this Blu-ray, as you can see here. When it comes to special features, there's nothing major. It's just like a trailer and some trailers from other movies. This was released by Kaleidoscope, like here in the UK, by Lionsgate in US, and I'm going to show you the picture quality. Again, this is a recent movie, so it will always look good because this is filmed on digital. This is like interactive menu. As you can see, the menu looks cool. This is basically the original same menu as you can see, the original like artwork. And again, as you can see here, you have the trailer. When it comes to all the options of English 5.1, English 2.0, and there is no subtitles or anything. It's basically just the original English audio. And I'll play just here so you guys can see the picture quality if you guys want to grab this one. And you can see at the beginning of the movie, you see the logo of Millennium Media, former Millennium Films, new image that gave us so many legendary movies. So you see the logo. This is like Millennium and Saban like Pictures released this one. And again, as you can see here, this was filmed in Bulgaria, like most of like the pretending to be in America, obviously. But again, most of these Millennium like films, Millennium Media movies are filmed in Bulgaria. New Image filmed most of their movies in South Africa in the 90s, then to the beginning of 2000s they have the studios there. So most of the New Image Millennium Media now films, a lot of them are filmed in Bulgaria. And you can see here the picture quality looks just fine. It's a recent movie, so you won't have any problems with that. And let me just fast forward this, you guys can see here. And again, you can see here Banderas in the movie. And here with his Mustang. Again, this is the thing, I think they took this from John Wick because, you know, it's quite like obvious. But again, there's nothing wrong with that. So that's perfectly normal. They are not the first one to do it, and they won't be the last one to do it. And I'll stop it here. As you can see, the picture quality looks just fine. And yeah, guys, a movie that I have just seen recently, I have never seen before. And again, as you can see here from the executive producers of The Expendables, Rambo, and Olympus Has Fallen, obviously, Millennium Films, like New Image. A solid action movie. Is it my favorite? No. Is it bad? Of course not. For me, any movie directed by Isaac Florentine, some better, some worse, but I can never say like bad things about Isaac Florentine because he's a great director, he's a great martial artist, and he gave us so many action martial art movies through the years that I always have to give a thumbs up, a positive review. A solid action movie, Acts of Vengeance from 2017. You guys let me know what you guys think about this one, starring Antonio Banderas and Karl Urban, that is now like you know, like with Mortal Kombat 2 is all over the world. Everyone is talking about Karl Urban because he plays Johnny Cage is in Mortal Kombat 2, but obviously he's been here for a long time, because he was in the, the Bourne Supremacy, is in Doom with the Rock, Lord of the Rings. He's been in a lot of movies from the 90s and the 2000s, but obviously everyone is talking about Karl Urban. Everyone knows who Karl Urban is now because of the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. And yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about Acts of Vengeance. If you guys have seen this one, if you guys like this one, just comment down below. Your opinion is always important to me. Don't forget to hit that like button. And yeah, guys, as always, I'll be with you guys soon, bringing you all the action from the 80s, from the 90s, not only, but mainly. And don't go anywhere, because I'll be with you guys soon, bringing you all the action that you guys grew up with and you guys love. Keep strong.